Welcome back. So, today we're diving into something seriously fascinating. We're literally reverse engineering a leaked, highly specific blueprint, and its one and only job viral success on Instagram. It's wild. What we're looking at isn't just a bunch of vague tips, it's a hardcore, step by step master plan that tells creators exactly how to generate a video, combining the audio overview and guide content to practically guarantee eyeballs. If you've ever watched those manifestation creators and wondered how are they hacking the algorithm every single day, well, this explainer is going to completely blow your mind. Let's get into it. Right off the bat, here's the raw source material we're dealing with. This is an actual, literal blueprint, and it specifically instructs creators to, quote, create a 10-day video content series for Instagram Reels focused on manifesting a specific amount of money. I mean, it leaves absolutely nothing to chance. From the exact millisecond a hook needs to drop, right down to the psychological shift between day 2 and day 8. It's essentially a masterclass on how to generate video that completely captivates a viewer. To really wrap our heads around this machine, we're going to break it down into 4 parts. First, the manifestation master plan. Second, the anatomy of a viral reel. Third, the 10-day psychological arc. And finally, nailing the aesthetic vibe. Kicking things off with part 1, the manifestation master plan. Look, before you even think about hitting record, you have to know exactly who you're talking to, right? And the target audience here is laser-focused, women who are super into manifestation, lifestyle content, and that whole glow-up culture. Now, the goal isn't just to be, mildly interesting. The explicit instruction is to go viral, period. But honestly, the genius part of this whole execution is that it absolutely has to be easy to shoot at home. No crazy high-end studios, no expensive lighting rigs. It's all about empowering the creator to just generate video content right from their bedroom or living room. It's a low barrier to entry, but with massive, massive potential reach. Moving on to part 2, anatomy of a viral reel. Okay, so how are they actually building these things? Well, to generate a video combining the audio overview and guide content for maximum retention, every single post has to include these 7 non-negotiable elements. It is incredibly precise. First, a powerful hook in the very first 3 seconds. Because let's be real, in the endless scrolling world, if you don't hook them in 3 seconds, they're gone. Poof. Second, the script is tight. We're talking 20 to 30 seconds max, delivered with a super emotional and confident tone. Then you layer in the rest: on-screen text, highly specific visual direction for outfits and aesthetics, spoken or written affirmations, a caption loaded with targeted hashtags, and of course, trending manifestation music. It's basically a highly engineered recipe. You don't just wing it. You assemble these 7 exact pieces. Which brings us to part 3, the 10-day psychological arc. Now that we know the micro level, what goes into a single video, let's zoom out to the macro strategy, because the theme progression here is brilliant. It's definitely not just 10 random videos about making money. Day 1 kicks off with setting a clear intention. Day 2 pivots to that acting as if energy. By day 3, you're removing limiting beliefs, moving into gratitude on day 4 and visualization on day 5. Then the second half hits, and it goes deep. Day 6 is all about upgrading your self-concept. Day 7 tackles the money mindset. Then the climax. Day 8 is letting go and trusting. Day 9 is looking for signs. And day 10 wraps up with celebration, that already manifested energy. It's not just content, you guys. It is a carefully curated psychological journey. Let's simplify that whole progression. Basically, these 10 days break down into 3 main phases. Days 1 through 3, that's the setup, getting the viewer totally aligned. Days 4 through 7 are the deep work, tackling all those internal beliefs and self-concept stuff. And finally, days 8 through 10 are the release, where you trust the process and celebrate. By generating a video series that follows this exact audio overview and thematic guide, creators build insane loyalty. Viewers keep coming back every single day because it's human nature. They want to complete the transformation.
Okay, part 4, nailing the aesthetic vibe.
Having the right script in psychology is really only half the battle. On platforms like Instagram, the vibe is everything. And this is exactly where this playbook separates itself. Your standard run-of-the-mill content might have generic visuals, and the tone kind of bounces around depending on how the creator feels that day. But this blueprint, no way. It demands absolute strict consistency. The style is explicitly defined as soft glam, relatable, but aspirational. It has to look flawless and put together, but still feel like a peek into someone's actual life. And the tone? It has to be endlessly confident, feminine, and dripping with abundance. And that brings us to the absolute core of this entire 10-day series. The blueprint literally spells out that the overarching energy has to scream, "It's already mine." This isn't about wishing for something or hoping it happens. It's about absolute unwavering certainty. Every single 3-second hook, every quick script, every outfit, every trending audio track, it is all mathematically designed to project that exact vibe. That is the secret sauce that makes the content so incredibly aspirational for the viewers. So when we pull the whole shebang together, the real formula behind this leaked strategy becomes crystal clear. It's the rigorous structure of that 7-part reel, plus the 10-day guided psychology, all wrapped up in that flawless soft glam aesthetic. Boom. That is the literal equation for virality here. By following this to a T to generate a video combining the audio overview with the precise visual guide content, a creator can systematically pump out a series that hooks millions. It's basically a viral assembly line. Which leaves us with one really fascinating question. We've seen exactly how this hyper-structured, psychologically paced blueprint dominates the manifestation niche. But think about the underlying engine for a second. That tight 3-second hook, the 3-phase psychological journey, those non-negotiable aesthetic rules. Could you take this exact same 10-day master plan, swap out the topic, and ignite your own niche? Seriously, could this be the cheat code for your content? Something to chew on. Thanks for hanging out with me for this explainer, and I'll catch you next time.